everybody. Happy DevOps Days. Do I hear an echo? Do you hear an echo?
You hear an echo.
Great. Okay. This is a very strange thing. If any of you have never had one of these on, it's like wearing glasses on the back part of your head. Okay. Well, I want everybody to give yourself a hand for being all the way here today to the end of the second day. Woo! Give yourselves a hand and get ready. We're going to take a hike. So, a wise woman, or at least an experienced one, is about to tell you that working less makes you more productive. My name is Leah Vogel, and I'm an engineering manager at Chegg. And today, I'm going to sell you your own vacation days. So recently, I asked a friend of mine what his work-from-home policy was. And he laughed. He says, "What's work from home? It's more like I live in the office." So it's funny because it's true. But it's also not funny because 83% of developers have reported burnout in this past year. So, why don't we take vacation if we know that it's good for us? And we all do know that it's good for us. And I don't have to bring you studies and give you statistics because you already know. We actually have burnout hearing about burnout. However, companies have realized that vacation has moved from a nice to have to a must have and are doing all kinds of creative things to make sure that people are getting rest, like unlimited vacation days, don't yell at me, with mandatory minimums, and other different flexibility things like having the whole company take vacation at the same time to make sure that people really get the rest that they need. Anybody here get good ideas in the shower? Shower, anybody? Well, you'll not be surprised to know that you're not alone. Cognitive scientist Scott Barry Kaufman conducted a study, and he found that 72% of people recorded getting creative ideas in the shower. But perhaps what's even more surprising is that in that same study, more people got creative inspiration in the shower than at work. On that note, I think that companies should invest in showers with waterproof whiteboards rather than standing desks. Okay, so we all know that being away from your work boosts your creative energy and gives you a lot of a mental boost. So, before I get into the practical tips that you can start doing today, I want to ask you a question. Raise your hand if you had to ask your manager for time off to be here today. Anybody? Keep your hand up if your manager made you feel guilty about it. Like, did you get the eye roll? Or the deep sigh? Or the passive-aggressive of, "Sure, you go enjoy your conference while the rest of us here pick up the slack"? So, if asking your manager for time off fills you with guilt and anxiety, I just want to remind you that the market is super hot right now, like we are also hiring. Just saying. Okay, so now to the tips, practical tips. Tip number 1. Today, when you get home, open your calendar. Look 2 to 3 months ahead and block off time now. Blocking off ahead of time reduces surprises, helps planning, gets everybody on the same page. Additionally, mark off special days like your birthdays, your loved ones' birthdays, May the 4th, whatever floats your boat. But remember, when you do take vacation, make sure that your on-call schedule is configured because nothing says happy holiday like a phone call from PagerDuty or VictorOps next to the pool. Okay, tip number 2. If you've already taken the time off, disconnect. If you're spending your entire time checking your emails or checking your messages, then you're kind of defeating the purpose. Your phone's got some great hardware. Use it for taking pictures. Tip number 3, every day you need to block off at least a little chunk of time to get away from your computer. Whether it's eating lunch somewhere else, taking a walk, taking a shower. Taking vacation doesn't necessarily mean in 1 day or 1 week increments. Hour here and there really does go a long way. And the last tip is to create a positive culture surrounding vacation. Any managers here? Managers? Okay, so not only are you responsible for your own well-being, you are responsible for the well-being of your team. So how do we do this? How do we make this good culture? Tip number 1, make it safe. When your people come and ask you for vacation, don't do this. Be gracious. Tell them to go for it. Recognize when people have gone through a big period of hard work and don't wait for them to ask for the time off. Be proactive and you suggest it to them. And lastly, be a good example. You yourself need to take time off, and when you do, disconnect. Trust your team. They're going to be fine or even better off without you. Okay, so let's sum it up. Taking time off is good for your mind, good for your body, good for your soul. Taking care of yourself is also taking care of your team. The world is waiting. Good luck. Travel safe. Take a hike. Thank you.